Okay, for number 21, we are given this equation, and our goal is to solve for a. That means we have to get a by itself and everything else on the other side. And on the other side, we cannot have any more a, right? Anyway, as you can see, we have a rational equation. So let's go ahead and use the good old strategy. Let's look for the lowest common denominator and multiply every fraction by the lowest common denominator. That's why I left the space right here, and right here. Okay, so now let's look for the lowest common denominator, and let's do the number first. Because on the bottom here, I see that I have the 2 and the 5. The lowest common multiple of 2 and 5 is 10. So we will put down a 10 right here. Just do 2 times 5, which is 10. That's it, right? And let's look for the variables. We have the x, a, and b. They are all different. And in this case, to get the LCD, all we have to do is multiply them together, all right? And I want to just put them down in alphabetical order. So let me put down as 10, a, b, x. I know it looks kind of strange, but this is going to work, right? Anyway, once again, the LCD is 10 times a times b times x. And that's why I have to put down right here to multiply with every fraction. So let's go ahead and do that. Right here, 1 over x, we multiply this by 10 a b x. Do the same right here. Multiply this by 10 a b x. And likewise for the last one, multiply this by 10 a b x. And you will expect to cancel a lot of things. And we should not have any more fraction from here to here. Let's focus on this right here first. We have 1 over x times 10 abx. You see that we can cancel this x and that x, right? Therefore, we will have 1 times 10, which is 10, and then ab. So that's what we have right here, just 10ab. And then next, we have this equal to, right here, let's work out the number first. We see we have the 2 on the bottom, 10 on the top, right? This is on the side, which is on the top. We know that 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 10 5 times. And we see that this a can be cancelled out with that a. That's what we can do. On the top, we have 1, and then times 5, and then times b times x. So all in all, we have 5bx, like that. And then this is technically over 1, but the over 1 doesn't matter. This is what we need. And then next, we have this. 5 and 10 we can reduce, right? 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 10 2 times. And then b and b cancel each other out. And now you see positive 1 times 2 times a times x is just going to be plus 2ax, like this. Okay, keep in mind the direction is telling us to solve for a. And you see that we have 10ab, and then right here we have 2ax. These are the only terms that they have the a. We have to first put them together on one side first. Therefore, in order for me to move this to the other side, what should we do? This is adding, therefore I have to subtract 2ax on both sides, right? Let's make that happen first. So they can be cancelled it. And on the left hand side now, you can see 10ab, and this is minus 2ax. They have different variables, so they are different terms. We cannot combine. We just have to write it down as how it is. Right here, let's put down 10ab minus 2ax. That's what we have. And this is equal to 5bx, like this. And now what? Well, as you can see, on the left-hand side, both of the terms, they have the a now. Well, we can factor the a out, right? You have 2 ways to do it. You can just factor the a, or you can also factor out, you see, because we have 10 and 2, we can also factor out the number. It's up to you. The most important thing is you have to factor that a out. I will also factor out 2 out because this is 10, this is 2, so they're both divisible by 2, right? So let's put down 2 and also the a. And you see that originally we have 10ab, but a factor of the 2, so we have 5 left. And then the a is out already. Now we have the b left right here. And then we have the minus. This 2 is out. This a is out. We have the x left like this. Okay? And this is equal to 5bx. All right, I need to get the a by itself. You see, this is 2 times a times this quantity. So what should we do? Well, I have to divide. I'm just going to divide both sides by the 2 so that this and that will cancel. I will also divide the 2 right here. So let's put this down right here. I also have to divide this out. So put down parentheses on the bottom, 5b minus x, so that this and that can be cancelled. I'll do the same right here. Put that 5b minus x on the bottom. Once again, 2 is multiplied with a. Likewise, this quantity was also multiplying with a. We have to divide both of them on both sides. So at the end, you see that a will be by itself now on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we just have all this. You see, right here we have 5bx, but this is technically 5 times b times x. On the bottom here, this is 5b minus x. This is a very different factor than any of this. We cannot reduce anything right here. All you have to do is just write it down. Like on the top, we have 5bx. On the bottom, we have the 2 in the front, and then we have the 5b minus x. So this right here is one way to present your answer. Just real quick, let me demonstrate earlier. If you only factor out a, what will happen, okay? So let me just copy this down again. So earlier, if you put down 10ab minus 2ax equals to 5bx. And as I was saying, you could just factor out an a, right? But factor out 2a earlier for you guys. So suppose you only want to factor out an a, which is okay. Let's factor that out. And we were left with the 10 inside, and then the b, and then minus 2, and also the x. And on the right-hand side, we have this, 5bx. Here, this is a times this quantity. To get rid of this, we have to divide by the whole thing, which is 10b minus 2x. So that this and that will be cancelled, right? Likewise, do the same on the right-hand side. Divide 5bx by that, 10b minus 2x, like this. I should put parentheses just to make them similar. And you see, on the left-hand side, I have the a by itself now. And this is equal to this right here, 5bx over, on the bottom, I don't need to have that parentheses anymore for the final answer, 10b minus 2x. And just like the same reason over there, this right here is 10b minus 2x as one factor. I cannot reduce the 5 and the 10. Just leave it like this, right? And you see, what's the difference between this and that? Nothing much. Because if you take the 2 and multiply it into the parentheses, 2 times 5b, we get the 10b. And then 2 times negative x, we get the minus 2x. So they are exactly the same, depending on if you want to have the factorative form or the expanded form for the answer. Either one is good, right? Either one is acceptable. Anyway, that's it.